Hi everyone. I I'm back on YouTube to say something. My relationship with David, aka Electro Gamer, is over because Electro Gamer broke up with me. I didn't want that to happen, but before I go into the reasoning, I want to explain my living situation and why I've been stressed out lately. It all started in November. On November 20th of 2020, my family got evicted from our home. My dad went to live with a friend, and my mom, sister, and I went somewhere else. But first, let me tell you who evicted us. It was my grandmother. She's abusive. She's not physically abusive. She's mentally and emotionally abusive. She's extremely judgmental. She says mean, hateful things about everyone. It's gotten worse. And what's worse, we ended up having to stay with her at her lake house. I'm still here with her. It's been months of torture. We we don't have anywhere else to go. Me, my mom, and my sister are only allowed back at home under a contract. My dad can't come back, and I miss him. He tries to talk to us as much as possible. He got into a wreck not long ago, and he fractured his back and broke a rib. My grandmother also keeps asking us for money, and we have none. I I want David to listen to all of this. I need him to. I'm hoping that he does. Now that I explained all that, I'll get to the parts between me and David. After I got evicted, I started noticing slowly that he didn't want to talk much with me or play games with me like we used to. Early in our relationship, we talked a whole lot, sometimes up to 2 hours. We played Pokemon a lot too, and I started getting sad because I didn't understand why he was avoiding me. That was the whole reason why I got Hangouts, to hang out with him, but he started going on Discord more often, and I didn't have Discord, and he kept playing with his friends on there, and I felt left out. I told him how sad and left out I felt, but the only thing he said was no worries. But how could I not worry? David was slowly drifting away. But eventually I got Discord. And David, he gave me some links to 4 servers. And he told me to go make friends. One of the servers was his personal server. The second was a Ponytown server. The third was a server from his ex. And the fourth was a live streaming server. The one with his ex was kind of awkward. I didn't know what to say. She didn't even know I was there, and she didn't even I me and her didn't know each other. The live streaming one was a little awkward too because I don't live stream. And I told David more than once that I can't live stream because of technical problems, but he didn't listen. I tried talking on the Ponytown one, but no one would ever respond. I mean, I worked my ass off to get that game to play with him. He only played with me once before I got Discord, but he only played with me for 5 minutes and tells me he has to go to a friend's live stream, and he never came back. Ever since he ever since he avoided playing with me. I tried talking on his personal server, but no one responded except one of his friends saying that he was too busy. Then David goes on there saying the server was inactive. He also said it's been inactive for a long time, and I mean, David demanded me to make friends, but how could I on servers like this? Then later, he tells me he could have put me in active servers, but he chose not to. He didn't tell me why, though. I started getting sicker and sicker, wondering why David was avoiding me. Next, I finally get Among Us on my phone. I begged him to put me in the Among Us Hangouts group. I've been asking him to put me in for months, but he would always beat around the bush about it. He finally told me that he didn't put me in because he said that I hated his friends. That caught me by surprise because I never hated his friends. I just wanted to be included and play with him. I told him that I never hated them. Then he finally put me in the group, but later that night I was eating supper and I was getting distracted by personal family matters when I noticed that later I went back on Hangouts and they just finished an Among Us game. David didn't even try to tell me they were playing. He had my phone number. He could have called. He could have texted me. Once again, I wonder why he's avoiding me. It made me more depressed and sick, so I ended up telling David how sick I was. I was throwing up. I couldn't eat. I kept having bad dreams. I needed him, but all he said was, "Oh no." That was it. No, "Are you okay?" No, "How can I help?" Nothing. He didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. Then the next day I was trying to take it easy, but David still wouldn't talk to me. So that night I asked him what he was doing all day. He said he was just watching TV all day long. He didn't even care I was depressed or sick. I got upset. The next day was a Wednesday. That meant me and David were supposed to have a date night. And this time watch a movie. I was really excited because it was a movie I'd never seen before and I would have finally watched a movie with him. I've been wanting to for months. That night I texted David to see if he was ready, but for some reason David wouldn't say yes or no. He kept beating around the bush about it. We called each other on the phone and David was really mad for some reason. And all of this was a few days away from Valentine's Day. I asked him why wasn't he talking to me anymore. He said he was busy, but he was watching TV all day the other night and playing Fortnite for YouTube. To me, that doesn't count as being busy. I wanted to talk to him. I wanted him to talk to me again. So I suggested 10 minutes a day, that's all. He got angry and said he can't do that. He said he would forget, so I suggested a schedule. He got angrier and said he was breaking up with me. He even said he was breaking up with me because he didn't like my sister, and my sister never was involved in our relationship. He accused my parents of hating him, but they never met David. Then he accused me of lying about being sick. He said that I re-uploaded old art of my past ex. I never did that, I swear. Once I deleted it at the beginning of our relationship, they stayed deleted. I would never do that to David. I love him. He also called me obsessed. I wasn't trying to be. I just wanted to talk and play with him more like we used to. David just seemed delusional that night. The next day, he kicked me out of 2 Hangouts groups. I asked him why he did that without my consent, and he said I didn't want to be there. That wasn't true. There was people who I talked to there. He said he was going to put me back, but he never did. Instead, he kicked me out of a 3rd group and unsubscribed from my YouTube channel. I have no idea why he did all of this. He said we could be friends. And oddly, he said as friends we could talk and play more, but even then he kicked me out of Hangouts. He seemed like he still didn't want to talk to me. I said my goodbyes, but he never did. I can't believe he broke up with me just because I wanted 10 minutes of his time. And I told David at the beginning that I would never lie to him and that I would always tell him the truth. So it hurt me when he accused me of lying. I was so happy. I was so happy with him. I don't understand why he was mad at me. I did nothing wrong. I was looking forward to him coming to see me in June. We were going to have so much fun, and Valentine's Day was just a few days away. I had so much planned for him. Same with our anniversary. It was going to be special, and David just threw it all away. I was so happy. Why did he do this? And David even told me that he enjoyed my content. He said he wasn't going to unsub, but he did unsub from me after he said that. I know because his subscription list is public. I loved him so much, so why did he do this? I thought he wanted a girlfriend. It was only 10 minutes, and he got mad about it. After all this, I'm not dating anymore. David was the best boyfriend I ever had, and he chose to leave. I finally got over mourning for my friend who passed away, but now I have to mourn the loss of a wonderful relationship. I don't know why David was mad at me. I have no idea why. I didn't do nothing wrong. I swear I didn't do anything wrong. I'm so sorry. I was so happy. I thought David was happy too. I didn't know he was miserable. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I swear. I was looking forward to him coming to see me. I thought that's what he wanted. I thought he wanted a girlfriend. I thought he loved me. I I was so happy, but I didn't know that David was unhappy. I did everything I could. I just wanted to talk to him for 10 minutes a day. That's all, I swear. I wasn't I didn't I don't know why he was mad at me. I don't know. All I know is he broke up with me just because I wanted to talk to him for 10 minutes a day. That was all. I don't know why he was so angry with me. And David, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry if I wasn't the right girl for you. I thought I was. I just wanted to talk to you, that's all. If y'all listened to the end of this, thank you so much for listening to me and listening to my side. Thank you. I just wanted to let everyone know what was going on and the reason why I left YouTube for a little while. Thank you so much for listening.